There's a lot of stuff that constitutes real assets, but the one people most identify with is real estate, is the land, the buildings, and everything else.
Absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about where those opportunities are. We just spent a whole segment or two talking about rates and their impact on places like residential. What does it mean for the overall commercial side of things?
Obviously, interest rates are going to have a significant impact on all of real estate, commercial and residential. What I'm seeing is that the interest rate environment and the volatility in the interest rate environment has really been impacting the pricing of these stocks. But when you look at the fundamentals in a lot of the sectors that I'm investing in remain very strong. And that's where I'm excited. Interest rates, I cannot control. And I think there is a growing consensus around the fact that we absolutely will see rate cuts at the latter half of this year. The fundamentals is what I'm focused on and where I believe we can differentiate and really add alpha.
Outside of your primary residence, people are maybe a little bit scared, maybe apprehensive to go into real estate, whether at the multifamily, industrial type level, commercial level, warehouse. Where exactly is the opportunity right now, given the fact that rates are maybe a little uncertain?
So the underlying sectoral composition of the listed real estate universe is a lot larger than just the traditional that you would think of. It's not just office. It's not just multifamily. So what I'm excited about is in some of the alternative sectors. And the alternative sectors really are inclusive of data centers and healthcare real estate and cell towers and self-storage and some of these areas of real estate that have secular drivers of demand.
What's interesting about that is they have already been some of the outperformers so far when it comes to real estate. You're talking about office complexes that are owned by REITs that specialize in laboratory and factory type facilities for healthcare. You're talking about maybe even senior living. Where exactly? What kind of stocks? Are there picks that you like more than others?
So I think focusing specifically on healthcare. The seniors housing sector is an area that has a significant amount of demand that is manifesting itself as we speak. When you take a step back and think about aging demographics within this country, baby boomers right now are aged between 60 and 78. They are approaching the prime age to move into seniors housing facilities. So a name that really plays into this aging demographic theme is Welltower, ticker WELL.
By the way, Laurel, just hold that thought because, by the way, that was our mystery chart. If you're wondering, we kind of showed you that mystery chart. It is Welltower. And by the way, the senior housing thing is something we've talked about quite a bit demographically, trend-wise. You mentioned that timeline. Is that going to cause an even bigger jump in your mind over the next few years in the stock values?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you think about the aging demographic, over the last decade, the 80-plus-year-old age cohort grew at about 1.5%. There were 2 million additional people added to that age cohort. Look at the next decade. It's growing at about 4.5%. That's 8 million more people. So that demand is continuing to grow. 2027 is a year that is really going to see the most amount of explosive growth. We're at a point in time when new supply into the seniors housing space is actually decelerating. And so we have the supply-demand imbalance that all real estate investors love. Because what that means is that you will see growth and you will see continued cash flow appreciation and therefore value appreciation.